the past couple years, I have reviewed a lot of different watercolor brands, from very much children's grade like Crayola to professional watercolors like Holbein, Magello, and Winsor & Newton. I've tested a bunch, and for a long time I've wanted to try Schmincke watercolors, but you know what? They haven't really been accessible for me. None of the stores I frequent carry them, and I find the price online to be a little bit prohibitive. So a friend of mine, Kabocha, pointed out when they were having a sale, I was tempted but not quite ready to spend $75 on watercolors that I'm not sure I'll like. So Kabocha actually helped me find this Schmincke Horadam Aquarelle dot card. So we have 140 colors here. This arrived slightly before Christmas, so early December, and I just didn't have a chance to get to them. So I thought it would be fun to go ahead and unbox / unwrap them here for you guys today and maybe get to swatching. So they came in a mailer envelope, which has long since been discarded, and inside of that is this envelope here that you guys see me hacking apart with an X-Acto blade. So I'm going to go ahead and slice this and we'll get to looking at it. And I wish I could tell you guys where I purchased this from, but without the mailer information, I just cannot do that. So I apologize, but I will zoom in so you guys can see further ordering information. And I will try to have purchasing information down in the description below. So inside, we get this little folder here, 140, original Farb cart. And this is series 14. And inside are a bunch of little dots with a piece of plastic as a divider. We have a bunch of little dots of watercolor. And this seems to be printed on watercolor paper with an explanation of what all the colors do. So I think what I would like to do my swatching on today, it's a little unusual, but it is Stonehenge Aqua Cold Press. This isn't something you guys have seen me use too frequently on this channel, but I really do like it. So I thought it was high time we start using it a bit more. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a mass tone swatch for each and then label them. So I'm going to do that in time lapse and then get back to you guys with my thoughts. So I have 2 sheets of watercolor paper with 6 squares going across and 12 squares going down. That should be a swatch for each one of these watercolor dots as well as some excess space. So I'm just going to go ahead and begin swatching them on this paper. So I have finished swatching all 104 Horadam Aquarelle watercolors. Now, since these have had a chance to dry, I'm actually going to do a secondary swatch where I'm just going to swatch on half of each square, and that way we can see how these watercolors layer. Art Nerds, so we have finished swatching, double swatching. Now it's time to do the lift test. So I have here a synthetic cotton brush, a cup of clean water, and a paper towel, and I'm just going to work my way through all 140 colors and see how they lift. right, guys, so we have completed our 1 swatch, our 2 swatch, and our lifting tests. I have some thoughts I want to share with you guys. So the dots reactivate fairly quickly, delivering a little punch of color, but some colors don't reactivate well at all. Viridian and Chromium Oxide Green Brilliant really struggle to reactivate, and I'll point those out on here. I'm used to Viridian being a nice sort of green-blue color, lot of depth, and it's really very weak from this dot swatch. Many colors are slightly opaque. This seems to be the trend with German watercolor. I will caveat, though, that I've only tried 2 brands, Schmincke and Lucas. I'd love to hear about your experiences with German-made watercolors in the comments down below. And all of the colors are fairly lifting. They're also fairly brilliant. You get really nice chroma. I'm not sure if that comes from the opacity or if that's the pigments they're using or the binders they're using or what. So that was 140 colors, 140 dots. While I was in Louisiana at David Art Supply, I found the small test set in person, so I decided to pick it up and give it a chance. It is 6 tubes, 6 5-milliliter tubes, so I hope you guys will keep an eye out for this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope I piqued your interest today. It certainly piqued mine. There's some colors that I would definitely love to see more of, love to be able to pick up open stock. A friend of mine says the Dick Blick in Philadelphia carries Schmincke watercolors. I've never encountered a Dick Blick that carries Schmincke, but I know different stores will carry different products based on what their demographic likes to buy. So if they do indeed have Schmincke, I may have a little wish list that hopefully they can pick up some of my favorite colors for me and I can give those a try. So thank you guys again for hanging out with me today. If you're looking for more watercolor goodness, head on over to my watercolor basics series over at nattosoup.blogspot.com. I've got loads of free resources to help get you painting watercolor illustrations and watercolor comics. Speaking of watercolor comics, I have my own watercolor comic, the beautiful, the luminous 7-inch Carat. It's an all ages watercolor comic about friendship and family and cats. And you can read that at 7inchcarat.com or 7inchcarat.tumblr.com. So I will see you guys again really soon. Have a great day, guys. Bye.